Today we are going to be connecting our emails onto our cell phone. So I'm going to be using my iPhone 12 Pro, this phone, and I'm going to be connecting my emails onto my cell phone because ideally I want to be receiving emails wherever I find myself. In the previous video we spoke about how you can create a domain, and then we spoke about professional email addresses. Now in today's video I'm going to practically show you how you can connect your emails onto your cell phone, and we'll be doing that step by step. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be logging on to exclusive hosting. The reason why we're logging onto exclusive hosting is because we want to host the domain that we created previously. Now you won't be able to create emails if your domain is not hosted somewhere, and hence the reason I want to take you guys through the process of hosting your domain. So previously we created a domain. So ideally what we want to do, we want to make sure that our domain is hosted somewhere in order for us to be able to receive emails. Now what do I mean by hosting a domain? The emails that you are going to be receiving, the files that you are going to be receiving, you certainly need to make sure that you have a hosting package so that you are able to store them on a specific location, and hence the reason we are creating an account on exclusive hosting, so that you are able to host or save your files or your emails on a server. And exclusive hosting ideally gives you the platform to do that. So we are going to click on domains, and we are going to click on hosted domains, and then we are going to click on host domain. Now we're going to type in the domain that we want to host. So the domain that you created previously in our previous video, I know you guys have been following, so if you created the domain in our previous video, you need to just then go on exclusive hosting and type it on host domain. So I'm just going to type in julianelao.com, and I'm going to say add host. Now it's going to say the domain has already been added. It already exists because ideally I've already added Julian Elao onto my hosting account. But in your case, then it will just add it to your hosting package. So then once your domain is hosted, it's going to be listed down here. All right, all your domains that are hosted with exclusive hosting will be listed. If your domain is not listed, then it means that it has not been hosted as yet, and probably you will get an error. But if you created the domain with one grade, you should be able to host it on exclusive hosting. All right, now your domain is hosted. We want to just go and create an email address. So you go and click on email, and then you click on create an email account. Now here you can create an email, so I'm just going to create an email on Julian Elao. So I'm going to create connect@julianelao.com, and I'm going to give it a password. Now normally I want to always generate a password, all right, because you want to make sure that you keep your account as secure as possible, and you don't want a password that people can guess. So ideally you want to just generate a password that is secured enough for your account. But for the purpose of this exercise, I'm just going to change it because I want something that is easy for me to remember. All right, so then I'm going to click on size, and I'm just going to select 1 gig. I would suggest that you don't select a bigger size limit. For example, you don't want to select 40 gig because you don't want to be receiving emails and all those emails are stored on exclusive hosting, because ideally you are going to end up paying a lot in hosting fees. So you want to select a smaller size limit so that you can archive your emails onto your other devices, onto a hard drive or to your local machine, instead of storing it directly on the server. So then once that is done, you can click on add mailbox. So connect@julianelao has been created. Now, as you can see, here are your email settings. Now you need to take note of these email settings because these are the settings that you will need when you are connecting your emails onto your cell phone. Make sure that you write this somewhere else because ideally you are going to need it when you connect your emails onto your phone. All right, so that's it. You have hosted your domain. Now you are moving on. You are going to be connecting your emails onto your cell phone. Now, in our previous video, we spoke about professional email addresses on OneGrid. Exactly the same thing. So what you want to do, you want to go on OneGrid, get the settings for OneGrid. So you want to go and get their incoming mail server as well as their outgoing mail server, and you want to be using those to connect your mails onto your cell phone. All right, so we are done with the exclusive part. Now we are connecting our emails on our cell phone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go on settings and I'm going to click on mail and I'm going to click on account and I'm going to add an account and I'm going to say other. Okay, and then I'm going to add the mail account. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to type is the name of the account, which is connect. And then I'm going to type the email address, which is connect@julianelao.com. All right, so now you are going to type in your password and then you give it a description, maybe, you know, information, and then you just click next. So now it's definitely going to look up on your account and make sure that it does, you know, get it somewhere. Now here you can see it's requesting for either IMAP or POP settings. Now it doesn't matter. We use the same settings either for POPs or IMAP. Certainly the same settings that we found on exclusive hosting. So I'm just going to select IMAP and then I'm going to put in the host name, which is mail.exclusivehosting.net. All right, now the username is always your email address. Now the outgoing server is optional. The username and password is optional, but you need to type in the host name. So I'm just going to type in the host name, exclusivehosting.net, and I'm going to click on next. So it's going to start to verify. So you can see it's all ticks. All right, so information is here. You can just click on information and then, you know, because definitely you don't have, you know, any emails yet, it will be blank. It's going to be blank. But once you start receiving emails, you certainly will see all your emails will start populating here. So you can send and receive, you know, emails. You can do a test if you like. Then that's it. So you have connected your emails onto your phone. If you want to connect your emails onto other devices like your tablet or a laptop, you follow exactly the same process. All right, so you make sure that your domain is hosted and then you just go to your phone settings and then add your email account. As easy as that. Thank you so much for dialing in. I see you guys again next time.